This video is instruction on completing the final draft of your research paper. As in the past, I'll go through the steps and then I will demonstrate. So let's go to the steps now. 13, much less work than you might think, however. First thing you need to do is to create a new document in Google Apps called RP Final. Title it as usual with the block number, the title, and your last name. So the example here is block 8, RP Final, last name McRuffle. Then go back to your RP6 and paste it into RP Final. Go to the end of the document and center your type and type the words Works Cited. Then go to RP1 and copy the text from RP1, paste it into RP Final below Works Cited. Set spacing for the entire document to double. Remove all extra spaces. Set type to 12-point Times New Roman. Alphabetize your sources on the Works Cited page. Set your hanging indentations. Insert a page break after the last word of your text, and that is, of course, right before your Works Cited page. Share it with a friend to comment on it. Remember, never make changes on another's paper. Just add comments. When you edit your partner's paper, put your name on top in red and make all comments in red. After you've reviewed your paper and your partner's comments, make all changes you believe that you should. Remove all comments, everything in red, and share it with me. And so that is pretty much how it is done. So let's go to Google Apps and take a look at it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to make a blank document. In this case, it's called RP Final. You then go back to RP6. And again, I'm using another student's work. It's probably easier at this stage to click on Select All and then you copy. I use Control-C. Go back to the final and paste. I use Control-V. And that is there. And then if you remember, the next step is to go to the bottom and center type and type Works Cited. So this is what we do. We go here, we hit the Enter key, we go up to these buttons here, you push center, you're going to type in capital W, Works, space, capital C, Cited, and then hit the Enter key, and then left align. Then we go to RP1, and this is RP1. So we're going to highlight everything. We're going to copy it, Control-C. We're going to go back to Final. We're going to paste it in, Control-V, and that is there. So now really everything we want is on the page. And now what we're going to have to do is put everything together so that it looks proper. So the next step is to set spacing to double and then remove all extra spaces. So we're going to click Edit. We're going to click Select All. We're going to go to Format, Line Spacing, Double. Okay, so now we have double spacing. Now we need to take out extra spaces. Now notice here that we need to also indent the first line of the paragraph. So I'm going to indent 5 spaces, and then I'm going to delete the line, so that comes up. I'm going to go here, go in 5 spaces, and delete the line. Okay, now it looks like we have an issue here where at the end of the paragraph we have an extra space. So from here we go up to Format. We're going to go to Line Spacing, line spacing, and we're going to remove space after paragraph, and so that takes that out. Okay, so what we might do at this point, since we're pretty far up in the document, we might go down through the whole thing now and go to Format, Line Spacing, add space after paragraph, so it's in there. Now go back to line spacing again and remove space after paragraph, and so they all should be gone, and indeed they are. So now here we're going to indent for that paragraph. And then we're going to go down here and indent for this paragraph. And then that one's already done. So that looks good. And what do we have here with works cited? Everything looks fine. Please notice that there are no spaces, extra spaces, between sources, and there are no extra spaces between works cited and the first source. So we're pretty much right now where we want to be. So the next step is to set type to 12 point times New Roman. So we'll shrink this down. Again, we'll go to Edit. We will go to Select All. We will go up here to this, which is 12. We'll set that for 12. And here times New Roman. And we are good. So now this is looking better all the time. Okay, and now the next step is to alphabetize sources on works cited page and set hanging indentations. So now we go down to the works cited page, which is right here, and we alphabetize by the first word. So here it's McGuire, M. Here it's Satellite, which is S. Here it's Anonymous. And here it's Journal World. And so the first one should be Anonymous, since that begins with an A. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight that, Control C. We're going to create a space here and paste it in there, Control V. Now I'm going to go down and erase that, so that one's gone. The next one, we have here another one, Anonymous. This begins with an E, this begins with an L, so this would come second. So we're going to go down here, Control C, go back up here, Control V, and then we're going to go down here and take this one out. And the next one, we have McGuire, Satellite, and Journal. So J comes first in the alphabet, so we're going to highlight that, Control C, Control V, and we're going to go down and remove that one here. And then we have Satellite and McGuire. McGuire comes first, so we'll take that, Control C, go up here, Control V, and we'll take the McGuire out. And then the last one is Satellite, so maybe we'll just do that. Now, we don't have any hanging indentation. The best way I have seen to do hanging indentation is to put a cursor there at the beginning of the second line, go up here and slide this over, and now everything is moved. But now if we put a cursor here, we can slide it back. And so that works. And so we'll do the same thing here. It's a little tedious, but it's the way that I have seen that works most often. And once we have done that, make sure they're set evenly. Whoops, what did I do there? Okay, undo it. Here, there we go. And go back up to journal. We're going to bring that back over there. And here we go. And McGuire then goes back. And then our last one, going to slide it over. And then again, you go up, get the top of that thing and slide it back. And it looks fine. Okay, so let's see where we are on our list here. So now, now we need to insert a page break after the last word of the text. Now this is really the last thing you're going to do on this draft. So you put a cursor there, you click on Insert, and then you go down to Page Break, click that there. Now we do that for a couple of reasons. If after you have gone through and made changes, this will not move on the page, and you don't want it to. If we had simply hit the Enter key and moved down, then every time you entered a line, it would have moved it down. Every time you take out a line, it would move up. This keeps it right where it belongs. Okay, and so then this is pretty much your final draft, although you now are going to send it to a friend. Now let's say that I am McRuffle's friend, Saul Good. So I'm going to make some comments on his paper, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my name here at the top, and then I'm going to make some comments. Now I'm going to say what I'm going to say here again in red, that he should write those numbers out. Should not just simply have the numbers there. It looks like we have a spacing error here, so I'm going to type that out, spacing, and then I'm going to go down here. This looks like a capitalization error, so I'm going to put that in. Just say something like caps. Okay, and so let's assume that that's everything I'm going to do. So now what Saul is going, or excuse me, what McRuffle is going to do is they're going to open up RP Final again when they get it back, and this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so now I am Slarta Barkfast McRuffle, so first thing I'm going to do, as much as I like Saul, I'm going to take his name out of there. I'll then change this because I think he's right, and so I'm going to type in, whoops, 1 in 8 people, okay, and then I see a spacing error here. He's right there, so I'm going to move that up, and so that looks good now. And then I'm going to go down here. I need to change that T to a small t, and so I'm going to do that. And notice that I've taken out all of the red, and I have taken out Saul's name because I don't want that on my final draft. So this now is my final draft, and I'm going to share that with my teacher, and I am done. So that's what's going to happen. Now just so you know, when I get this and I click on this, it's going to look like this. If I want to find out who did if it was edited by anyone, I'm going to click on File, see Revision History, and It should, well, I guess because it's been me all the time, that there's no change here. But if somebody else goes in, their name will appear on the right here. I will go to that and see what they said. So at any rate, that's it. I hope this was helpful, and thank you.